Hey everybody, it's me, Marquita. I just got back from the doctor. I went to the hematologist today, and like I knew my iron was getting low, so that wasn't a shock to me. And I knew that the only reason why I knew it was getting low is because I think my pica was trying to come back. Because I was wanting to smell the laundry pods and but like my pica has not been the type of pica that makes me want to eat random things. Again, I don't crave ice, but like I like cold drinks, but I don't think that got anything to do with the iron. Because I'm not craving to eat the ice. I guess because it's just at 11. Maybe if it was down to 10, I might start getting the craving to eat ice. I'm trying to find. But I got my port flush today. See, I go back on the 23rd and the 30th of June to get my 2 iron infusions. Hold on. This is when I go back. On the 23rd and the 30th. For my iron infusion. The one that I had last time was the sounds like Hesticide, so Flahesticide or something like that. I can't remember what it was called. But that one, my body liked. And I was telling them I didn't know if it was the port that made a difference or if it was that Pacific iron infusion. But I did great on that. Like I wasn't even tired, like from it. So that's a good thing. And I'm even willing to try the Vimper again. Maybe it'll be better through the port and not through like the IV vein or the vein IV. It might do better through the port. I don't know. All I know is Vimper. I thought I freaking it's okay, so it's that thing that basically happened when I was 15. When my sister had baby man number 2. I got sick in the hospital because I was there when she was born. And I got sick in the hospital, but because I was sick, I couldn't be around her. But I'm like, she's the one that got me sick. But I'm just saying. And then with the Vimper, the iron infusion was making me have COVID type symptoms. Like I didn't have it. Like I didn't have COVID. But like I had all the symptoms. And because I had the symptoms, I had to basically skip a week because I was having the symptoms, but the symptoms was from the iron infusion and not from the actual COVID. So that's like why I'm laughing, because it's like, okay, I got like at 15, I got sick because of the hospital, but because I was sick, I couldn't, and it was like, okay. But so yeah, so that's why I was like, I'm even willing to try Vimper again, and and maybe it'll be better through the port instead of the vein IV. But I am, so what was I about to, that's what I was looking for, sorry. I done forgot what I was looking for. I remember now. I was looking for my paper. There it is. So my iron is at, okay. Okay, the calcium is at 8.8. Total protein is at 6.5.
Do you know where the dustpan is? Okay.
Hold on, I'm trying to find it. Okay, there it is. Sorry. I was looking straight at it. The hemoglobin is 11.7. But my normal is 13. So, I was looking to see if any of the other ones were off. This one, like I got 1, 2, yeah, 2 of them are off. No, 3 of them. No, I said, no, it says 1, yeah, 2, just 2. Which I'm gonna have to look them up, because I don't know what with the ones that are off, I don't know what that means and what will make it be off or not be off. Okay, I'm gonna look it up. Hey everybody, I'm back. I don't even remember what I was talking about in another video, because it's been 2 hours ago. So I'm sitting here eating a corn dog. And I only started this video because I don't think I remember saying about the B12 shots. So, okay. Let me rewind. Today went to the hematologist. Endocrinology. I was thinking because the vitamin D2. Sorry. Okay. I went to the hematologist. Earlier, I think I said endocrinologist. And I didn't mean endocrinologist. I meant hematologist. But so, I went to the hematologist today. And it always makes me feel so bad when I go there. Only because I am going there for non-cancer reason. The hematologist is in the cancer part of the hospital. And it didn't make me feel any better today because yesterday, the 15th, because today's the 16th, but yesterday, happy birthday, Pop. Happy birthday, Kendrick. I don't know if Canada changes every year like the United States, but if they don't, happy Father's Day, Canada. Sorry. I know like this year, 2026, Father's Day is on the 21st, or no, the 22nd. 21st, 22nd of June. And so, if this was, I guess, a Sunday, today would be Father's Day. But it's not this week, it's next week. Okay, so, back to what I was saying. Happy birthday, Pac. Happy birthday, Kendrick. And happy Father's Day if the date don't move around in Canada. Okay, sorry. So today's the 16th. And 16 in LA. Sorry. I've been listening to the battles all week. I'm talking about running all of them back from Like That, Drop It, Give Me 50, Tailor Made, Euphoria, 616 in LA, Family Matters, Meet the Grahams, Not Like Us, and that's where I stopped. Because I didn't go to Heart Part 6. I didn't do that. I didn't. Drake's Heart Part 6. Let me say that. Because I know Kendrick is known for the Heart Part whatever number, which I didn't listen to all of them. And I know that he also came out with a Heart Part 6. So, Drake's Heart Part 6, I didn't listen to it. But anyhow. Back to what I was saying. Today's 16th. And yesterday, the 15th, would have been the 11 weeks. And, that I needed my port flush. But since I had a doctor's appointment today, they just did it today. And so when I went there, and like what makes me feel bad is because I could have gave blood out of my arm, and that would have been on one side of the so how it is you go to the 4th floor in the hospital. There's only 4 floors in the hospital. So the 4th floor, so you go up there, and right in front of you is the check-in desk. And you can go to the left or you can go to the right. If you go from the elevator, if you go to the right, that's where, and there's a door, and you go in that door, and that's the cancer treatment area. I say treatment because I go there, but it's not for cancer. It's not for chemo. It's for iron. But, so if you go if you go right, that's the treatment area. And then, but if you go left, that's where you check in. You can get blood work through the arm, and all the doctors, the doctor rooms are on that side. So when you get off the elevator, you have to, you just go straight, and there's where you check in. And since I have a port, I was like, I want to try to get, like I need the blood work to go through the port because I need a flush. So, and it saves my veins. Like I said, I only have one vein that works in my arm. I mean, they got the left one like 2 times since 2015. Yeah, only 2 times that my arm has ever received an IV, or no, I don't think I ever gave blood on that arm. No. Yeah, I never gave blood out of my left arm. Not since 2015. And since 2015, only 2 times I have, like, the first time since 2015 is when I was going through doing the Ventfer, so that was 2024, is when they had to use my left arm because when I was going through the Ventfer, I did treatment 1, treatment 2, had to skip treatment 3. And so because I had to skip week 3, because it was like once a week, and because I had to skip week 3 because I said in the video earlier that it was kind of like I was laughing because it was like I had to skip week 3 because I was having COVID-19 symptoms, but I wasn't, like, I didn't have COVID. I was having them symptoms because of the Ventfer, and they even said you will have COVID-19 type symptoms. But so the double negative is I could not go if I had them symptoms, but I was only having them symptoms because I was getting the Ventfer iron infusions. So that's why I was like, it was funny because I was only having them symptoms because of the iron, but I couldn't go get my iron because I was having the symptoms. So that's why I was laughing. So I did week 1, week 2, skip week 3, and then so week 4 was week 3, and then week 5 was week 4, and then I had a doctor's visit and blood work on week 5, which would have been which would have, I think, been week 6, because it would have been a week after the iron infusion. But because I had to skip week 3, it literally moved them back. So when I went in, it was week 6. I think that's what it was. Or no, okay. So when I went, it would have been week 5 if I would have went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would have been week, I want to say it wouldn't have been. I think it would have been week 6. Yeah, I can't remember. Because I know that day I was just supposed to have blood work and a doctor's visit. But because everything was pushed back 1 week, like a week off, I had blood work, treatment, and a doctor visit. And because I only had one good arm, like one vein, they had to get blood and treatment in the same arm. And then that's when, like my vein blew, and it was like, okay, like, I'm like, I I only have this one. Like you could try the left side, and like I said, that woman, she was like, we're gonna get it. Like, you know. And this was before I got the port. This is the reason I got the port. Was because my vein blew. Because I only had one good arm. Like one. And so that's why I got approved for the port, is because it's like if I gotta have blood work and treatment, then like I only have one. So that's why I got a port. So so when you get off the elevator, if you you check in, and if I wanted to give blood through my arm, I would have went left. But because I needed my port flush, because the 15th was 11 weeks, but because I had a doctor's appointment today, it was 11 weeks in one day. So that's why I got my port flush. They got blood and they flushed it. Went to the doctor visit, which I knew that my iron was low because my pica was trying to come back. And I was like, yeah, I can feel that it's low. So went there, which it was like last time I went, which was, I want to say beginning of March. No. Would it have been March? Because I know I got my portogram in March. But I can't remember if I might have went to the doctor early March. Because I don't think it was February. Anyway, so, I got the portogram, so that counted. They needed to see if the port was still active because I wasn't getting flushes because I didn't know about it. Found out today, talked to the woman because I was like, I need a printout of when I need to come in because I don't remember 11 weeks because like after 2 weeks my brain is like, okay, I don't remember anything unless something triggers whatever. And I don't think about my port because I literally right now use it only for the treatments because my other doctor's visits, they're not comfortable accessing it to do blood work. So I still have to do blood work everywhere else. And like today was the very first time since I had the port that I got blood work from the port, which so much easier. I know it don't seem like it is, but it is. So at the doctor, they did the blood work and then of course flushed it. And so the weeks will start. Okay, so went there. Iron was at 11.5. I think 11.5, 11.7. I can't remember what it was. I think it might have been 11.7. But my normal is 13. So when I got the I can't remember how you say it. Something, and it felt like the girl was saying pesticide, like pesticide, but only with an H. I can't remember. It was like something, it's like pesticide or something like that. But when I got that one in May of 2025. So it's been a year. and which is a good thing because usually it's like within 6 months. I probably could have gotten something in November because okay, so when I got, because like I got my port, like okay, so I got my port like that Monday, and then or it was like that Tuesday, and then like Friday is when I had my treatment with the port, like my very first treatment with the port. So it was like just a couple of days after the surgery that I got, and so I'm like, oh my gosh, is it going to be ready? And they're like, yeah, it's ready, like literally on day one. Like I could have got treatment that day that I got it, but I got treatment like a couple of days after. But so the reason I had to get treatment is because I was down to 10, and which I could function at 10. And so my normal is 13. I have not been above a 13 since I've been getting treatments. So that's why like 10, it like it's, but my body's weird anyways because my normal temperature is 97. If my temperature is 99, that's a fever to me. Like 98, I might not feel too nice, but like my normal baseline temperature is 97. But so that's why my normal healthy levels, iron levels is 13. When my sister, after she had the girls, like hers was 18, and they're like, okay, like we're gonna have to give you a blood transfusion, and like it was that serious, and I'm like, okay. But anyhow, so it was at 11, so I got scheduled for next Tuesday is week 1. It's going to be the first treatment, and then the 30th is second treatment. And so that'd be the 2 treatments. So after the 30th, when I get the infusion, then the 11 weeks start on the 30th. I mean, like after the 30th. So 11 weeks from June the 30th is when I go back. Like if I do make it to the appointment and I don't have to reschedule, or if anything don't come up, if I get the treatment, the 2 doses, the 11 weeks start after the doses. So, after the treatment, after the 2 treatments. So, and I always feel bad because I'm just there getting iron, and then where they do it at is like in the same room where other people's getting chemo, and I feel bad because I'm like, I'm not even here for, and I know iron is very important, but I feel like somebody getting chemo is way more important than me getting iron infusions, because my body decided it wants to be complicated. Because the nerve of you, Dennis, how dare you? Dennis is my body, but it's not really, because Roxanne, she's a bitch. That's my body is Roxanne. My brain is Don Ishmael Kiholi, and that's who my brain is. Because what? Why? Because it's fighting the dragon / Moby Dick. See, I threw them two together because in my head they're the same person. They're the same person. They're fighting something that ain't there. And like my definition of it, Don was fighting the windmill and thought it was a dragon. Ishmael was fighting a rock. He thought it was a whale. I said what I said. Don't at me, but at me. That's what I'm saying. They're the same person. It's just one's on land and the other one's in water. They're fighting something that's not there. I mean, physically, yeah, it's a windmill in the rock, but it's not a dragon in the well. I have no evidence of any of that, but I said what I said. I said what I said. So my brain is Don, Ishmael, Kiholi. I don't even know what Ishmael's last name was. That's why it's the middle name. That's who my brain is. So that's the update. And you know what? Damn it. Shoot. I think I just messed up. Let me find that card. Because I think I have a doctor's appointment on that day. And that's literally on two opposite sides of town. What did I do with the card? I didn't think about it. I did not think about it. Hold on, guys. Brush. Did you stop? Nope, you did not. I literally had love is what I got. Remember that? I don't know what the words are to that song. What I got. Y'all know what I've been singing all week? What was I singing? I guess it wasn't important. Oh yeah, I know what I was singing. I was singing, she's a rich girl, with a girl, her old man's money, and anyway. You could get by on your own man's money. You could get by on your own man's money. You're a rich girl. Buddy, are you a rich boy? Are you a rich boy? Give me a kiss. I love my fat man. I love him. Buddy, do you know where I did with my card? I'm asking because you're right here. Buddy, I did lose it, but I need to put it in my phone. That's my corn dog, sir. Thank you. I really don't think your nose needs to even be near it. Yeah, that... Like biscuit. Ow. Guess what, biscuit? You're a rich girl. Spend your old man's money. Something anyway. You could get by on your old man's money. Biscuit. You could get by on your old man's money. Your old man don't have no money. But your old Keita don't either. I'm that Keita. I'm the one that's old. They don't have any money. It's me. Hi, it's me. I'm the Keita, it's me. Where did that card go? Card go. Where it go? You can get by on your own money. You can get by on your own money. You never get too far. Get too far. Okay, now I'm mad at myself. I'm pretty sure it's the 22nd and the 30th. If it's the 22nd, I don't know what to do. I might have to call and get that moved one day over. So not get it on Tuesday, get it on Wednesday. Nope, cannot get it on Wednesday. Might have to get it on Monday. Because I have therapy on Wednesdays. Well, technically I won't have therapy next Wednesday unless I am on the schedule. Like I go to therapy tomorrow. You can get by on your own. Yeah, I don't know what I did with the card. And it's making me mad. Cause you're a rich girl. What would I do if I had money? The first thing I would do, if I could just put it out in the ether. If I can speak it, God, can you please gift it? Can you please send it? If I had money, what I would do was, if I had the amount of money that I want, I would want an freeze dryer, the Harvest Right freeze dryer, and a laptop to play The Sims. That's all. The freeze dryer is so that I can go to the local farmer markets, get fresh fruit and vegetables, freeze dry it so that we don't have to go to the store and get our noggins busted open with the prices, because a bitch is poor. I'm the bitch. I'm talking about me. I'm poor. But yeah, so if I had money, that's what I would get. I would get a Harvest Right freeze dryer. I would get a laptop. That's probably about roughly $3,000. Yeah, roughly. Cause yeah. So roughly, if I had $3,000, that's just for the freeze dryer, the small, and a laptop, and with all the taxes. But that's what I would do, and then I would find, try to see if there's any Pick and Pay farms around my area, and go to them, because it'll be depending what I'm trying to do with it. Because like if I'm like I'm not okay, so if I had so if I had a freeze dryer, I would want to go to a Pick and Pay, um, which is you pick the fruit and then you pay per bag or something like that. I don't remember how it works. I don't know if it's per pound or per bag or whatever, but I would do that. And like you go out and you pick the fruit, the vegetable. Um, and like that would help a lot of these farms that don't have people working, like they don't have enough workers to have like Pick and Pay, so that they're getting a little bit of money and people are getting food and it's not just in the fields rotten or on the trees rotten, so if I knew of a Pick and Pay place in my local area, and also with the Pick and Pay, if like if I was able to be able to bring it home, freeze dry it, some of it, eat some of it fresh, get a countertop pressure canner, and and can some of it. Now, I have never canned anything, never freeze dried anything, but that's because I don't have a freeze dryer. But I did, or I do have a countertop pressure canner. It's just right before I was about to use it is when August 2024 happened. So I have never got to use it. And so it's in a storage locker, and so I never used it. Brand spanking new. But yeah, so I would love to be able to spend a little chunk of money up front to go get fruits and vegetables and the ability to basically preserve it to where it's going to last for later. So I don't mind spending money up front to save money later. And that's how that's how I've always did it. Like I always, like what I used to do, like I don't do it now because it's like I'm the only one that's thinking like that. But every month I always bought one thing in bulk. Like I bought I bought other stuff, but like one item that was in my list, I always bought in bulk. And most of the time it was milk. Like I would buy the like the 6-pack of the not half gallon, like the carton of Chef Stable milk. I would get that. Because I would get like 6 to 8 of the boxes, and each box had 6 of the. I'm gonna say it was a half a liter or half a gallon. I don't know what it is, but the carton of milk, and it was Chef Stable, and I got it lactose free because we're lactose intolerant in this family. So got that, and like when I used to buy like them boxes, they were like, I think like $8 for a 6 pack, which was a good price because if I would have, and it was the off brand, it was the Walmart brand, or maybe not Walmart brand, but it wasn't the silk, so it wasn't. That's what I like. It wasn't the name brand. It was like another brand. But the reason why I did that is because if I would have bought the same half-gallon shelf stable in silk, it would have turned out to be like $12 a box for 6. So I'm like $8. Like I know it's like a little over $1 each container. And yeah, when the Dollar Tree was the Dollar Tree, I never could order it because when I go to put it in, like an order to get the 24 things from Dollar Tree, it always says, "Oh, it don't ship to you," and I'm like, okay, well, I'm trying to give y'all my money, so y'all don't want my money, cool, I'm all right. So that's why I went to Walmart, and it was around the same price. I mean, at the time, Dollar Tree was like a little cheaper, like, but it was like only about like a few pennies. But every time I try to put in an order, they're like, "Oh, well, we don't ship to you. Like, you can pick it up at the store." And I'm like I was ordering it, so I didn't have to go to the store. So, but, it was like, there's no, like, I didn't want, at that time, to have to go to a store to pick up my order that I ordered. Because, like, they would ship it to the store. And then I would go to the store, show my receipt, my little thing, and then I could get it that way. And I only know that because I bought mason jar glasses with the handle. And so that's what I did. And so I know that they were shipped to the store, then I went to the store to pick it up. But it was like, I just don't understand why you don't ship to my house, but they didn't, or don't. I don't know if they do now because I haven't ordered anything from Dollar Tree or Dollar Plus Tree. That's what I call it now. Anyhow, I still didn't find that card. I need to find it because if it is the 22nd, I cannot do my first infusion on that day because I have another doctor's appointment, and like that doctor's appointment, I know I'm going to get cussed out because I have not lost any weight, but it's only because I can't get up and move the way that I need to. Like I don't eat that much, and so it's not like, oh, I'm eating. It's okay. My body is constantly in pain. You know that. Well, they don't know that. They know that, but they don't know that. But I can't really like get up and even hardly walk around because of my bones. My bones are they ache. They ache like they the boss. I mean, they kind of the boss, but not the boss. So yeah, I know I get, like, I went to the doctor. Yeah, I know I gained weight, like a lot of weight, but also, I don't know. I might just have to tell them. Forget what the other one said and just do it anyway. Yeah. So I might have to change my infusion to either a day before or 2 days after. See if they got a Thursday. Either a Monday or a Thursday. Now, if that one is on the Monday, then Tuesday. I just can't do it on Wednesday. I could do it Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. That's the days. Because I try not to schedule anything on a Wednesday because that's my therapy day. But now it's like every other week. So I possibly could do it on a Wednesday because I go to therapy this week. And if we're doing every other week, then I won't have therapy next week. So I can do it on that Wednesday. But the week after that, like the one that's on the 30th, I can't do because that'd be the other week. And the girl's birthday is the 28th. I am not ready. In 12 little days, my tiny little bunkin heads will be 13. They are my world, my beginning, and my forever. Okay, guys, I sent the card. It's the 23rd and the 30th. So it's not the 22nd. So I have a doctor's appointment on Monday, the 22nd, the infusion on the 23rd, and then and then I have therapy tomorrow, so I won't have therapy next week. Then I have another infusion on the 30th. So yeah. So if I make it to the 23rd and the 30th, them two infusions, then my 11 weeks will start on July the 1st, which would be my 11th year that I have had my shunt, my VP shunt. I got it on July the 1st, 2015, 8 o'clock and 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. is when I had my VP shunt brain surgery. So July the 1st, 2026 will be 11 years. And I think my decision is I'm not going to get the surgery. But it's mainly because if I'm going to die, I want to spend as much time with Hannah and Savannah before I die. I'm not afraid of dying. I just don't want to be away from them. And like I said, I just, like, they are my world, and like, I'm not gonna get it because, I mean, it will be like July anyways, that if I did, or later. So it won't be like before their birthday, but it was like the reason that I had it on July the 1st was because I told them I'm not getting it before their second birthday. I'm like, I got 2 kids. They're about to be 2. Because originally they wanted to do it on June the 15th. And I said, no, not June the 15th. Because I do not want to die. I don't want my kids to be like my mama died before I was 2 years old. I didn't want that. And like now it's like I don't want to be away from them. Like that's where I'm at. And if I'm still able, maybe when they get 18, I can possibly have the surgery if you know, if things don't take a turn for the worse or whatever. Maybe I can get it when they're 18. I just have to deal with the pain, with all the complications that I'm having for 5 more years. But I'm willing to do that for them. I don't want them to be like, my mom died before XYZ. But that's where I'm at with the brain surgery. I don't think I'm going to get it done. And I got to just learn what I can do. That I need to figure out what I can do to like treat like my body breaking down.